I was just in a dollar store to buy these brushes, because today I'm gonna paint. Good morning. So today I'm gonna be rubbing off with some sandpaper the discoloration and like the loose paint, and hopefully some rust with some sandpaper, and then I'm gonna use the brushes that I bought to coat everything with anti-rust paint. So this is what it looks like before. Rust everywhere. So I have some job to do. So like, I'm not sanding it all the way down, but just so that the rust is a bit more controllable, what to say. So that it doesn't look like this, but something like that, or even a bit more. But now there's no color that has any edge that is sharp, so we can coat everything with paint later on and be safer. It actually looks so much worse now compared with before I started, but that only means that it's more bare metal for the color, new color to cling onto. So after a lunch break of a dramatic, well, the lunch break in itself wasn't that dramatic, but the way there, because Ninni, my car, started to do that thing that I described when I bought her, and she wouldn't start again when I had stopped, because I was standing parked at a strange place, kind of, and I thought I should fix that. We thought that it might be the petrol pump, the pump for the fuel pump, that's what it's called. Yeah, so I sat down with my dad and had a discussion about her, and like, she won't start, it sounds like the battery is off, or maybe the fuel pump. And we started looking at prices, and it's gonna be pretty expensive. But when we went out after she had been resting for a while, she started again somehow, magically, but only when Dad turned the key. So she's a bit moody. That's a bit of a gamble in all of this, when I need money for the van and not for Ninni. But I talked to her and had a pep talk, so hopefully she will be okay. I really cross my fingers, because I don't want to have to buy a new fuel pump and like fix all of that right now. So I told her to live on until the van is done. So anyway, back to that. Voila! I finished a few holes around the van. But now I'm really tired of these, so I'm switching to these. A steel brush and a screwdriver. And I hope that that will work just as well. So on with the goggles and ear protection again. And we're out of battery. Did I ever tell you that my dad owns like everything that you need for everything? the circular, oh my god, that's a hard word. The circular saw that I used earlier to peel away the bolts that stuck up from the floor. You can switch that, like, circular saw thing. Anyway, for this brush. Ouch, it's super sharp. And this one is super powerful. So I'm gonna get some gloves and then put on these again. This is so much more fun, I recommend. Okay, so I found some rust on the wheel casing. So somebody who has renovated this van before had just put some silicone in it, in this track, or what to say, which apparently didn't help much for curing the rust. So now I'm just trying to, like, getting it away, the silicone, so I can put the real deal, some rust eater, it's called apparently. Finally, I'm done, somewhat done with like brushing everything clean from rust and a bit of color. So now I can start coloring again. Or again, but finally, with a rust eater. It's supposed to contain the metal, and from the name I assume that it like eats the rust or gathers around the rust particles and yeah, contains them so it won't spread. So now I'm gonna put that everywhere in this van, on all the spots that I've been cleaning from color and rust, and that might take a while. So anyway, I'm gonna put this in some kind of plastic container and get started. Okay, so I shall apply a thin layer of this thing on the rust, and then it says to be black, but it's like grayish, but I think it will become black as it dries. So let's go. To wait for another 30 minutes and then put on a second coating. So this was fun, I guess. The color was it was very watery and smelled a bit like soap. Now on with the second coating, and it said that it was supposed to be black if it was a lot of rust, and almost all of the spots that I coated are black indeed. So it's definitely rust and not dirt, which I already knew, of course, but yeah, just to prove it. So that was it for today, and unfinished painting. So tomorrow I will spray the coloring or the rust protection in the holes. So thank you for clicking on this video and watching. See you in the next one. Peace and love to y'all. Bye!